recording. And we're live.
Whoa.
We just spent an hour and 15 minutes trying to get this to work.
I love it. But we got it to work.
Hell yes. Victory! That thing from the 90s.
Yes. Okay. So
I feel so hacky. Huh?
So all we needed was your laptop.
And the powers.
Yes. That's what we were missing the whole time.
All we needed was
a
little deep something.
See, this is your fault, Amanda. You should have started off with that, and then we wouldn't have had the technical.
Do you want to do, since we don't have an official intro song yet, do you want to just like do a quick improvise, like, Windy City Women coming at you, Kells and Amanda, Windy City Women, Windy City Women. Yeah. You take lead, I'll harmonize.
That's all I have.
I liked it.
I'm just a strong wooer in the background.
Love it. I'm Amanda Costner, and you are Kells the Comic.
I'm Kells the Comic.
Woo!
Love it. We're coming at you.
Yes.
Windy City Women. This is like our inaugural podcast. This is a big moment for us. Okay. Let's do some What's Going On? Let's talk about what's going on in the world, in Chicago, news type stuff.
Oh, whoa. Sorry.
So, obviously I feel like the number one important thing news-wise for America is the death of George Floyd and protesting.
Definitely.
Like, that is still, I mean, the news is also starting to talk about COVID and stuff, but it's still, I feel like, at the top of everybody's minds. I just saw a video of police slashing tires in Minneapolis. Like,
wow.
I feel like they're like, the public's not going to let us murder black people anymore, but take it out on these tires. Like, what did the tires do to you?
Well, not only that, so what is the purpose of slicing the tires? So that I can now not leave where you don't want me to be? Or so I can now be less angry because now my tires are sliced? Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. I don't understand the thought pattern behind that.
They're angry that people are protesting police brutality, so they're using police brutality to say no.
Okay, I
against
get that.
Tires and people.
Also, tires are black.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't get the black people, you just get the black tires.
That probably makes sense in their minds.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can get that. I can understand that. In that case, definitely, I'm okay with you slicing tires. Please slice more tires and kill less black people.
You know, there's some Officer Butt Kiss out there that really was like picturing like not that that's funny, but I'm just picturing like really
some getting
idiot.
His rocks off.
Yeah, just like, I can't this fucking tire.
I mean, you gotta love it.
What else is going on right now? J.K. Rowling is transphobic. Did you know that?
Yo, you know what? To be honest with you, I feel really bad for white people. Like, this is a hard week for white people.
What do you mean?
Like, not only are cops not who you thought they were, now J.K. Rowling has betrayed you. Like, it's a hard week. Because what are you going to do now? No, it's I understand. Like, forgive you. Like, no. It's hard.
I appreciate you helping, you acknowledging what we're going through now as a people.
It's really hard. I can't really imagine being a white person right now. Like, good credit and aside, this is really, really a hard time for you guys.
Also, there's like a lot of queer people who are into Harry Potter. That bitch just lost half of her audience. Not that she didn't need the money. She already has it.
I mean, yeah, she definitely already has it. But I kind of, somebody's lying here. Like, really? Are you like all transphobic or whatever? But then you're all like mystical and open minded over here? Or are you just like caught up with some random person who's like pressuring you to say this? Like, I don't believe somebody, I don't believe. Did somebody else write these books? Or are you really just this
I
weird,
think she
horrible
got
person?
tired of seeing a bunch of news that wasn't her, and she was
Okay.
like,
Okay.
I'm
I got
tired of
something
hearing
to
about the protests. And she was like, like the Kool-Aid man. She was like, here comes some transphobia. I think that's what happened.
Okay, I get that. The thing about that is, no. Nobody needed it. Nobody needed it at all. I get
Nope,
it though.
not
You
one bit.
bored, sprinkle a little transphobia in there. Somebody had
Transphobia.
already took racism. So it was like, what was left for her?
Right? It's like weird when a woman is sexist, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, she's kind of a trailblazer. She's kind of a trailblazer. Like, I want to go against the grain. I want to be different. I want to say, fuck this shit here.
Oh, what else
Be
is
one
going
way.
on? Oh,
What
did
else
you
is
hear about
going
this?
on?
You got Donald Trump. People who donated to Donald Trump are getting called out and canceled. Like all kinds of people, like Home Depot, CrossFit,
Really?
all kinds of big companies. If they're getting called out and canceled, like
So, okay, let's talk about canceled though. What does canceled mean? Are they being called out and then canceled, and then is this money miraculously jumping out of their bank account? Or are we just saying canceled and then we're just buying it on Amazon and not going to the store? Like, what's canceled?
you know who one of the people on the list was?
Who?
Taco Bell. I can't not go to Taco Bell, Kells. I can't not go to Taco Bell.
First of all, Taco Bell, I feel like the food tastes like racism. I don't eat it, but the way it comes out, it must be racism. If racism was a food, I feel like it's Taco Bell. I don't understand how people eat it. Even like if you have to eat something that also mimics a laxative, just go to White Castle. Why do you have to go to Taco Bell?
Because Taco Bell makes my okay, I know
No.
it's gonna be running out of my butthole like 30 minutes later.
Definitely.
But while it's going in, oh, it tastes so good. Cal,
How?
it
But
tastes so good.
does it taste? What does it taste like? It looks like cardboard and sawdust sprinkled with like paprika, perhaps.
It tastes
it
like
doesn't
that
look good.
sweet carbohydrates and salt and
God.
sugar, and it gets me going as a stoner. It gets me going.
It just I can't. I mean, I've been pretty high, and I've never been like, yes, Taco Bell. The only thing that I will eat from Taco Bell is nothing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you said White Castle if you're going gross food.
If you just have to be gross and sloppy and just have to have something when you're drunk, okay, Taco. No, White Castle.
White
Excuse
Castle.
me.
Okay, but you have to acknowledge how long it takes to get food at White Castle, right?
No. And I feel like that is also an asset with going to White Castle, because it's like you can get something, you're like drunk groans out, like, oh my God, like you can get all that out. Taco Bell is just way too, it's not conducive. Everything about it is too fast, even from how it comes out of your body.
That is so accurate. It's giving me flashbacks of last time I shit my pants.
And it was right after you ate Taco Bell.
Yeah. Speaking of people from the South shitting their pants, COVID numbers are on the rise down where I'm from.
Really? Really?
North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. They opened up early and
look what happened.
They're going up.
I have decided that me personally as a human being, I'm not going to open up until 2021.
Yeah. I respect that.
So like everyone else, you guys go outside, live it up. But I'm going to be in a bubble. We've all seen the movie Bubble Boy. It's possible. I'm going to do it. And people are going to respect me.
Kells is going to show up at the next stand-up comedy show in a full bubble.
No,
And
yes.
if you're listening to audio here and you've never seen a picture of Kells, Kells is about 7'5". The bubble will be bouncing against the ceiling.
Yes, definitely. That's it. It's either that or I will have like a full blinged out hazmat suit. Either way, I'm not trying to just like, no. I'm not trying to just be out here with everybody.
I don't blame you. To be honest, I was out in Chicago in Wicker Park and at Parlor Pizza. There was probably 100 people just stacked on top of each other, one on top of each other. It was like they wanted to get COVID. They were like, "Give me COVID." It was like COVID was like hot sex or something. Like,
yes, I went to the track today, and as I was walking, because no running yet, but as I was walking, some guy behind me was like running and coughing, and I thought to myself, oh, wow, I don't have a gun, because if I did, I would shoot you. Why would you just cough in public like that? 6 months ago, this guy could have coughed, I wouldn't have cared. But today I thought to myself, kill him and his family, because they might have COVID. And that is what COVID is doing to us.
Okay, flip side, Kells, flip side.
Okay.
I know you can understand this. I am a daily weed smoker, and I have a little bit of smoker's cough sometimes. And I have been in the store with mask on, but it's still everybody's scared. And I've been in the store just like,
yeah. So
when you're swallowing,
you have to swallow that shit. I actually have practiced suppressing my cough. I am not only a weed smoker, I have allergies and just a faulty respiratory system in general. So I cough. That's what I do. Have I coughed in public? No, because I do cough suppressing exercises at home. But I feel like I'm going to cough.
You just stole those coochie exercises and applied them to COVID, didn't you?
Bingo. Bingo. I'm definitely doing like throat Kegel because you cannot.
That sounds like some straight girl shit. I gotta be honest.
I mean, it's also just being respectful because me personally, it's like, I don't know. I feel like coughing is the new, I don't know, contagion or some shit. Like, I'm sure whenever someone coughs,
it's the new fart. Say it. It's the new fart.
It's the new fart. Coughing is the new fart. And I can't take being crop dusted. I just can't do it. As a person, I can't. It doesn't work.
What's the news going on for you? Any other news you got?
What was the news? I know there was a big, on top of the regular race riot, I know that like the Mexicans and Black people were getting into it too. That was fun.
Yes.
And by fun,
have you heard
even more deadly?
I heard a recording of Lori Lightfoot having a meeting with all the aldermen in Chicago. I don't know. Have you heard this recording?
I haven't heard it, no.
And it's like a boring Zoom meeting, except all the aldermen are like, you can tell from their voices, they're like desperate. They're like,
yeah,
the building I'm in right now is on fire. Like, it's bad, right? Oh. But at one point, one of the aldermen, somebody named Lopez, him and Lori Lightfoot get into a fight, and he's like, there's gang members with AK-47 mowing down Black people. And Lori Lightfoot's like, that's bullshit, and you know it. It is fucking crazy.
Lori Lightfoot, I kind of want to... That's a documentary that needs to come out right now, I need to know about her child.
You're going to be in it.
Dude, I know that I'm going to be in it. I know she's going to like walk up to me one day and like tap me on the shoulder and go, you bitch. Either way, like I'm totally okay with it.
We have to explain to our listeners that part of Kells comedy, we live in Chicago, part of Kells comedy, obviously, Windy City Women. Windy City Women. Sorry, I got distracted. Part of Kells comedy is she does a lot of Lori Lightfoot humor.
Because she is such an easy target. And I feel like one day she's going to come up to me like, yo, what the fuck did I ever do to you? And I'm going to say to her, not dress well. It is offensive. It is offensive to every sense that I have. But no, she's like, if ever not giving a fuck was a person, it would be Lori Lightfoot. And it's always like, never how you think she's gonna not give a fuck, right? Because here you are, the first Black lesbian of Chicago, and I thought she was gonna be somewhere with the fucking thing from Aquaman, like, ah! Like in front of this thing, and she was like, guys, I still got a white boss. Stop it. And I'm like, I get it, but I don't know. I kind of like during the whole COVID thing, I don't know. I kind of started liking her a little bit better, but then when
She handled it pretty good, kind of.
Yeah, she handled it pretty good. I mean, it was still a little stuffy, you know. But I understood.
She was doing sketch videos. You got to give her credit for those sketch videos.
But I feel like what she did was just hire a social media manager. I think like something happened, like she saw something was happening on social media, and she was like, quick, a 25-year-old, and like that's what happened.
Okay, but those sketches were gold for people who haven't seen the sketches. It's essentially our mayor Lori Lightfoot doing things. This is at the beginning of COVID. Like one of them was she was like playing a guitar and she was like, and she would be like, it would be like really bad, and she'd be like, stay at home, like something like she'd be like cooking or something. She'd be like,
it was.
Don't leave your house.
It was gold, but it was the gold that you laugh at. It was fool's gold. No, but I don't know, like I respected her hustle, but then it was like, I don't know. So like when these things happen, you look like, okay, you're the first Black lesbian mayor. Like you're literally what open-mindedness should look like. And we were all expecting one thing, and she came out like, nah, son, wrap that shit up. I'm closing this shit up. Like, no, I will arrest your Black ass. Do not play with me. And I was kind of disappointed. And then, like, did you see the one where she cried? Where she did a press conference and she was like, I am the mayor of Chicago. I don't like to cut my hair or wear suits that fit, but wait, no, listen.
Carmen's like agreeing with you so hard.
No, she does not like how Lori Lightfoot dresses. Carmen, relax.
It's getting
I won't bring up a picture. It is.
See, to me, because like I come from lesbian culture where like chubby lesbians wearing oversized clothing and not giving a shit about their hair, that is like the norm. Like lesbians walking down the road in Crocs and shit. And
in Chicago, though,
well,
like Chicago is like flashy, gangbangery, corruptness. Like when you think about Chicago, you think about like, oh yeah, and then there's Lori Lightfoot. Like it just doesn't match to me. Like as far as like politics and like all that stuff, but like she just doesn't match. She looks like Harold Washington.
Dude.
It doesn't like they stopped doing that when Deli came in. Like, don't do that.
Maybe she just needs to drive around in a Batmobile and do something flashy, and then people will trust her more.
I don't know, because so when she was doing those skits, she put on makeup. Did you see that one time she wore makeup? It was so weird. I was like, okay, maybe don't do the makeup either. Like, it wasn't like she put on makeup and I was like, beautiful, Lori, beautiful. No, it was like, don't do that. That's kind of awkward too. Like when she cuts her hair, I'm like, When she doesn't cut her hair, I'm like, Like I wonder if she's just one of those people that I just will not be satisfied with.
Maybe some people are like that. You know, some people are just like, I don't know what it is, but the way your collar looks today is giving me like, I want to vomit on you vibes.
Yeah, but it's like always. She's never worn a suit, and I've been like, wow, you look regular.
It's surprising that the mayor of a city, like if we're down in like freaking wherever, Nowheresville, and the mayor comes out in some basketball shorts, like, okay, but the mayor of Chicago doesn't have a tailor.
Amanda. The mayor of Chicago, not the mayor of Who Farts It. No, the mayor of Chicago, Illinois looks like I don't care about life.
Well, okay, that's a good chance for us to segue into like our main topic today. the crazy shit that has gone down in Chicago with Nini's Deli.
Nini's Deli.
So let's go through what happened. Basically, the deli is like beloved in Wicker Park, or no, Noble Square. One of those two. It's like considered, it's rated like if you go sandwiches, for instance, my girlfriend and I just did this a few weeks ago before all of this happened. We were just looking for sandwiches and it's the first thing that pops up. It's so highly
really
community, family owned. Everybody is, nobody expects that this family owned, super delicious, Latino family owned sandwich shop is going to come out and be like, fuck black people, fuck gays. And then the story is just going to get even
Muslims.
more. Exactly. Fuck Muslims. Like, nobody thought that was going to happen. And then when it did, incredibly, like everybody else that's getting caught, they're kind of coming out with their like PR apologies. Incredibly, this sandwich shop doubles down and puts a speaker outside the corner of their sandwich shop and gets videotaped saying horrendous things. They are like, no, like, I don't even know. I do know, actually. I'm a preacher's daughter. There's a lot of, apparently they joined some cult-like church in the city, which is getting a lot of attention.
I mean, so when I read the timeline, on one hand, I was like, oh man, they did racist things. But then on the other hand, I was, so throughout this whole, all this is unraveling on social media, right? All this Nini's Deli, them saying these things and people are calling them out. The other thing that's happening simultaneously is a lot of their sponsors and people that they work with are pulling out of business with them. And I thought,
shops. Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting. And I thought that was important. Like, you can't just be coming around here hating everyone. Like, literally, if you're not them. Oh, 1 second.
That's all right,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. If you're not them, they do not like you. And you can't be serving, because it was one thing, aside from them being the deli, where I knew them from was the apparel, the Chicago native.
Native. It's very popular here.
So it's popular, and I'm thinking to myself, well, wow, why would you know what your customer base is? You know how diverse your customer base is. Why is it that you're so comfortable just being all lives, blue lives, any other lives except that should go to hell vibe? Like, how are you like that?
And also, isn't being a Christian supposed to be, you're supposed to proselytize, you're supposed to like get other people in the club? Who is going to join Metro Praise? The church is like Metro Praise something. Who is going to join this guy and be like, yeah, let me come through and be you. You just ruined your business and you're like, everybody hates you and you don't care about anything. Like, that's not.
I mean, so the best part about it is, here's the best part to me. Chicago, great job, Chicago. You guys took this guy's out of business.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Chicago. These guys are out of business. The best part was they put up a GoFundMe. Did you see the GoFundMe?
Wait, Nini's Deli put up a GoFundMe?
Wani's wife put up a GoFundMe saying that these Black Lives Matter people put us out of business. Could you please? It's like a $5,000 GoFundMe. And when the last time I looked, like they had like $235 or something. But like they're struggling, and Wani put out a statement saying that he is going to be a full-time pastor now. He's going to seek and be, because clearly, well, I mean, his message needs to be heard, clearly. So I'm here for it.
I'm just picturing him like up, because I grew up, I'm a preacher's daughter, just up on the, praise and worship team, like, fuck Muslims, fuck black people, praise Jesus, and fuck the gay.
I mean, the thing about it is, on one hand, it was like really, really, really like just you're kind of bold, guy, for doing this. But then on the other hand, I was like, to be, I haven't seen such conviction in a long time. To just be like, and it came out like people were asking them like, so talk about Black Lives Matter, talk about Black Lives Matter, and they weren't doing it. And then finally they were just like, fuck Black Lives. We tired of it. Don't ask me about Black Lives. Fuck Black Lives. And I was like, whoa, Wani. This is something that, and then like the employees were coming out like, oh no, he loves to say the N word, like stuff like that. And I'm just like, this is interesting. Nini's Deli. Is that what the ingredient is for your delicious sandwiches?
Yeah, turns out our sandwiches don't just have mayonnaise, they got a lot of hate. Man. You know what the crazy thing is too? Here's the crazy thing. And this to me, I was like, when I saw this. Wani is freaking gay. They're saying all this homophobic stuff, and he's gay. He had a secret boyfriend for a year.
Well, no. He's not gay. He is delivered.
You know what? I just didn't get enough prayer. Like,
yeah.
People didn't love, my family didn't care about me enough. If they would have prayed harder, and I would be straight.
Oops, sorry. That's definitely what happened.
Yeah. Like, my father failed as a minister. Obviously, I did not receive my proper deliverance. So, yeah, okay, so where are we in the Nini's Deli timeline? So Wani's ex-boyfriend comes out, and then, so this was not too far down the block from me. So I actually saw it, and they, at one point, people were protesting for Black Lives Matter, but they also stopped by. I think this is what happened. It appeared that like some of them broke off and like were outside Nini's Deli. Have you seen this video of like hundreds of people outside Nini's Deli going, "Fuck Nini's Deli! Fuck Nini's Deli!"
Yeah. Have you seen what Nini's Deli looks like now?
Yeah, it looks awesome now, right?
Yeah, they painted over the pink wall. They painted it black, but then they also wrote like it's like a bunch of middle fingers and like Black Lives Matter and like everything over there.
Yeah, so, I know they got the fists going up. I like it. Yeah.
So Wani is not happy. He has been led to a higher calling with Jesus now. So I don't know. I'm really, really proud of Chicago. I like that there was like, hey, we hold you in such high regard. Where are you with coming out with saying something about, Black Lives Matter? And I also like, I think it was a cupcake shop, I think. But somebody broke ties with them, and they made it very clear, like, if you can't say Black Lives Matter, I don't want to fuck with you.
I think it was Molly's Cupcakes.
Yeah, Molly's Cupcakes. And I was like, I like that. I like that this is the thing. If you want to be in business, not just with Black people, if you want to be in business, period, you got to be acknowledging what's going on here. So
that's what surprises me. How many business owners think that okay, part of me understands this because like in the South, or like in the North, there's this idea that racism only exists in the South, and that's like pure bullshit. It's just more hidden in the North. But I also am surprised that like, what did you think that the whole country was like, yeah, give me these racist sandwiches. Let me eat up this. Oh, I love this racist sandwich. Oh, let me get some of this.
Because even whoever they went through as far as like delivery or whatever, when they pulled out, they still came on Instagram and was like, hey, we're just doing, pick up and order out or whatever. And they still had customers. Like there was like white guys in the background like, can I get 2 sandwiches, please?
You're right. I remember seeing a video where he's yelling and a woman is like getting sandwiches. I'm like, is she hearing this?
Oh, the other thing about it was, like towards the end, like one of the last protests, they had 2 Black women who went to the church, I guess, or whatever, and was like yelling through the police at the moms or whatever, like about it or whatever. But apparently Black people subscribe to this religion as well, which is interesting.
how can you, like, what are those women thinking? I'm wondering. Like, maybe they're brainwashed too, but like, he literally said that Black Lives Matter has killed more people than the Ku Klux Klan and other
Yeah.
atrocious things.
Yeah.
Do you think they didn't know that he said that? What the fuck?
I think that they agreed and
Oh, like they're not part of the movement, so they're okay with him putting it down. I guess that makes
yeah,
sense.
like you feel how he feels. So I don't know. I'm glad that it was like, hey, this is the thing to where if what you want to do is be a part of a staple of our community, you have to really love the people who you are like making money off of. And I hope it's something that, so on one hand, I kind of feel like it was a fluke, right? Like people love Nini's Deli and they were like, well, hey, what do you think about it? And then it kind of went like crazy because they weren't like all Black Lives Matter or all Black Lives Matter. I mean, Black Lives Matter. Um,
Combine it. Combine the All Lives Matter and the Black Lives Matter.
But that's
all
what they
blue
originally
Black Lives Matter.
Right? That's what they originally tried to do, though. They were like, all lives and Black people to matter. But the other thing is, though, I feel like we need to like really start making sure, right? Like also like Molly's Cupcakes, their message like felt like really sincere. Like I wanted to go buy a cupcake. But like I also want to make sure you're not just hashtagging BLM and you're still just not like, I mean, fuck them now. I don't care. I just want them to buy these sandwiches and fuck it. Like I think we need to make sure like if you're in our community, you're really being a part of our community, you're aware, like, we need to be holding like everybody up to a certain standard. And I think that's really what this all is about though. Like,
and I agree. I see the point you're making too, because for instance, when I see like an Old Navy commercial and they're like, during this time,
yeah,
just remember, khakis are there for you. Like, what? Old Navy doesn't give a shit about me. Like, what? Old Navy doesn't give a shit about, like, Black Lives Matter. I don't think, I agree with you that a lot of corporations, it's this weird combination of it, like, it's good because we don't want racist companies to be making money, but also it's like, where were you a year ago? Where were you,
Yeah. I mean, agreed. Like, but I feel like as of right now, like immediately, because everybody's always like, what should we do, right? How do we end racism? I want to be the person to help end racism. And it's like, yeah, okay, I get it.
It's a white person that said that to you, I'm sure.
Totally, always. Those are the favorite people who ask me that. Yeah. But the one thing you can do is like, excuse me, like move and like interact with intent. Like if I'm going to a store, like you said, people are now looking up to see if did this company donate to Trump? Did this company do it? Like make sure you are fucking with companies who at least pretend to be aligned with your stuff. Postmates sent me an email, like in addition to all your deliveries being free, here are a list of Black owned businesses that you can fuck with too. And I was like, what? I don't even like Postmates. But now I think I might want to Postmate,
Wow.
Yeah. Like it's because the whole I don't see what's going on or I don't see color, like that is not a real thing.
Do you know how many white people are still out there putting like Black Lives Matter, I don't see color? Like,
yeah. Because my thing is, how do you not see color and Black Lives Matter? How would you know which one of us matter if you didn't see me?
I'm colorblind, but I can tell by the way you move that you're Black. What?
Also, I mean, being colorblind, like this is the thing, be clear, I don't want you to be colorblind because I took time on this skin. I wake up, I wash my face, I found foundation to match my skin color. Like I want you to see that I'm Black. I like being Black. I don't want you to be blind to it. I just want to not die because of it. or, stuff like that. And I feel like people like have to say the right thing all the time. And I don't see color sound so like, ah, but I see it. I
It's
definitely see
the
color.
sister to I have a black friend or a black
Definitely.
boyfriend. I don't see color
Definitely.
is that same line of thinking. Like that just
Definitely.
what? That doesn't help anything. I don't give a shit that you don't see color and you do see color. What are you talking about?
You not because like you see color. I mean, I know I see color because that's how I know when to get lotion. Like I'm ashy. That's white on this dark skin. That's how that works. I don't know. I wish people felt secure enough to just say things, not be so, is this politically correct? But also try not to be a racist douchebag about it. Like I know that's a lot of things at one time.
No. Kells, that's way too simple.
Okay.
It's not gonna work. That's way
Okay.
like we need some more like
Okay.
you can't just like this that makes way too much sense.
I get it. I get it. But in real life,
Your
you know,
eyes. Yo,
in
if you're listening,
real
Kells
life,
just made the funniest face.
I feel like it's not that hard. Just don't be a dick. And you kind of know what being a dick is and what not being a dick is. It's just, oh, I was telling Amanda offline about this Uber driver I had who could not stop telling me about those people who were looting. And so I've been going back
White
and forth.
man, to clarify.
At least 73.5 million years old. So I've been going back and forth, like, should I report him or whatever? And I was like, he honest to God did make me feel uncomfortable, so I'm gonna report it. And I just told exactly what happened. I'm like, he kept saying those people and all this other stuff, and I just didn't want to talk about it. And they did refund my money. And I felt like, yeah, reparations, finally, for Black people. So
one Uber ride. Oh, I got my reparations.
Yeah, no. If I've never felt equal before, I feel equal now. So
Uber. We just need to elect Uber our president.
Yes.
You have got to tell our audience like what you said about him, because I remember when we were talking about this, one of the things you said is that like there was a part of you that understood in a way because he was so old and so white.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you told me?
He is a 75-year-old white man. So it's like you probably are training yourself how not to say nigga because you probably wake up in the morning and say it because that's what your mom says, what your dad said, is what your black nanny said. You're 75. You definitely had a black nanny. Her name was Mabel.
You told me, Amanda, somebody probably had to train him not to say the N-word.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that hits home.
Like that is, and the thing about it is like older white racist people who are just like, hey, can I tell you something? I'm fucking racist. They're just adorable. Those are just little gems. They're adorable. It's like, man, you just are who you are. But like these, I gotta talk about it, old white people, just be quiet. Just don't either say you're racist or be quiet. Cause it's like, I understand you being racist because you were there when the Declaration of Independence was being drafted. So
your face is already falling off your face. So
and it's like I don't even hate you because you are old and 75 and wrinkly and you probably have 3 weeks left. That was probably the only bad thing I felt about reporting it. I was like, man, he might need this money for funeral money or something.
Right. You just fucked up racist family over that.
Yeah, over on an Uber fee.
Who cares? Fuck him.
But I was also like, you are 75 years old driving Uber, so who's losing here?
He's losing. My girlfriend is a doctor and she's Indian, and she kind of sometimes takes on the same way. She's like, oh yeah, I'm just used to she works at the VA sometimes. She's like, oh, I'm used to these, super old dudes coming with their MAGA hats and where's the real doctor? What country are you from? I'm from Wisconsin. What? But where are you really from? You know, and and I don't know how she does it because I would be like, bah! I would like murder their ass. But she's like, oh, I'm used to it.
If I was her, I would like totally play it up. I would like, however thick her accent can get, I would double it. I would act like I couldn't speak English. Like this would be the worst appointment they ever had. Because like they hate for you to just be you. Like don't do that. Don't act like you're not from America. God forbid.
I'm gonna tell her to do that. Razz them extra hard.
Yeah, like, just like go crazy.
When I encounter a homophobe, it makes me want to just be even more dykey. Like let the rainbow out. Like
yes.
Just made me want to be even like when me and my dad are estranged, and when he like kind of decided he would want an apartment in my life, that made me love pussy even more.
That's what I think. That's what it is because there is nothing that makes me want chicken and watermelon more than when I'm near a racist. It's like, I know you feel like that's some shit that I want to do, and I do. You're right. I do. Or it's like, the other thing about it is like, racists always care about how Black people talk. Like, can you talk? Your words, they come out of your mouth so effortlessly.
Oh,
how are you doing that? Was your teacher white? You must have had a white teacher growing up. Like all of these things. And me personally, like to do stuff like, what up, my nigga? And think because I feel like that's clearly making you uncomfortable. So let's do it.
I love it.
Or my other favorite thing to do is I always had jobs where I like worked downtown, like all the corporate buildings, like the water tower and shit like that. So my favorite thing to do would be turn gangster rap music up really, really loud and then get in the elevator like so you can hear like coming from my headphones. And I'm like, hey, good morning. Hey, Jim. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Bob. How about my golf swing? Like, I love that. That's my favorite thing to do.
Who are you listening to when you're listening to hardcore gangsta?
I like to be as ignorant as I can get. Gucci Mane is usually a go-to. 3-6 Mafia.
Wait. Are you going? So it's like in a window. Oh, hi, Pamela.
Yeah, definitely. The sweat drops off my balls. Yeah. Oh, these bitches fall. I love the report. Yeah.
So let's wrap up on Nini's Deli. What did the outcome is that they shut down for good, right?
Yep, they shut down for good. Wani's wife put up a GoFundMe. She would like $5,000 to help her and her family because those Black Lives Matter thugs closed down her restaurant, and to also help Wani, who's clearly ordained by God.
Clearly.
To help him with his ministry. Personally, I do want to go to the church. I want to tell them that I am a trans Black Muslim.
And I could be your wife.
I want to see if anyone's head explodes.
Yeah. Kells, we should like go there.
Let's go there, and I mean like have the just worst display of just just erotic interracialness that could ever happen. I want to just be I wonder what they would do. Like, I wonder, do you think it would be a thing like, let me save you? Because they saved Wani from homosexuality. Right.
True.
So I feel like...
But Wani's not Black. I don't know if they want to save Black. You.
You're right. Throw me back in because I am Black and I'm going to pretend to be Muslim. And yeah, it's like, what if it's like a triple whammy? Like you can only have one thing.
Yeah, you know what? But then you said they do have some other Black members.
They did have Black. I
think you're right. It might be maybe they try to rope us in, and then when we don't bite, they just bring out the speakerphone and start yelling at us again.
I wonder, could I write them a letter like? All my life, I've hated my breast and my skin color, and those damn Muslims, them. If only I could find a place that could truly accept me. Like, I wonder would they write me back like, yes, we have the plan for you.
Kells, we should like have this be a running bit, and like you should literally email them that and see what they respond, and we can read it on air what they respond.
Yes, I kind of really want to do that.
What a joke!
I wonder would they like give me Sammy Sosa's facial cream so I can like.
Oh my god,
that would be dope. I wouldn't do it, but that would be dope.
Kells, I would have to come save you. Don't get sucked into the cult.
I wonder, can I infiltrate and do a documentary? I think that would
That's
be
what I'm saying.
Interesting. Yes.
I think our listeners would be quite interested in that.
Right? Okay.
Just like wear a recording device, put your phone, and go in there and just like see how they react when you do all that shit.
I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm feeling like I want to do this. Just really go crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Now we got a cliffhanger. We continue how we get back at Nini's Deli. But I'm with you. I'm so glad they're shut down and our community was not on board with any of that shit. They were selling fake halal shit too. They're fucked.
Yo, that was bogus. Like, that is serious shit. And they were like, oh no, we only did it for a week. Well, first of all, if that's true, that's a week too long. Mm-hmm. You just don't do that shit. Like, that's bogus. Yeah. They were just out here bogus. But I'm glad that they were called out. I'm glad they were called out. I'm glad that it was a thing. I'm glad that the community is saying, fuck this shit.
We were literally just going to go there a few weeks ago. Like I said, my partner was looking up sandwich places. I'm so glad I did not give my money there. And now I can give my money to my asshole after Taco Bell.
Yeah. No. I will just starve. If it's Nini's Deli, Taco Bell, or literally have your stomach eat itself, I will just choose the latter.
I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
Taco Bell is made of disappointment and bad music. That is what their taco is made of.
You're making me hungry, Kells.
You can smell it.
Oh, I can smell the grease right now.
Oh, God.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, I do want to give a shout out to our listeners. If y'all have any questions or feedback or anything, please hit us with an email. We are at windycitywomenpodcast@gmail.com.
Woo, woo.
Windy City Women. And if y'all don't know, Windy City, Chicago.
Woo, woo, because we're
women.
both in Chicago and we're women, and totally.
I think this is pretty much the best first podcast episode ever.
Me too. I think if I was putting it on a scale to 1 to 10, it'll probably be like a 2015.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
On a scale of shit to awesome, it's Awesome Sauce Express Extreme.
Yes. We should be scale makers. That's what we should be.
All right.
I like it.
I love it. Okay, so yeah, WindyCityWomen@gmail. Thank you everybody for listening. As always, I'm Amanda Costner.
And I am Kells the Comic.
We are Windy City Women, and we are going to be coming at you a lot.
Just watch out. Just every day, make sure we're doing something. Just look for us. And if we're not there, we're there in your hearts. We are in your hearts. In your hearts. All right, we got to go smoke some blunts or something, right? Woo! Give Carmen a kiss for me, and I'll see you later. All right, peace out. Bye-bye.